if you have, society tells you that if you have more than 2 kids, you're crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? And the crazy part about it too is that my first 2 children, I had a boy and a girl. And so everyone saw that and they're like, oh, you have the perfect family. Like, why would you have any more kids? Moms, if you're on here, did you have that experience? Because it usually goes, like, if you have 1 kid, oh, how precious, you need to have another. Because if it's a boy, you need to have a girl. And if it's a girl, you need to have a boy. And so it's just so funny to see how people's perspectives are. And then if you have 2 boys, and you want a third, or you're pregnant with your third, they assume, oh, you need to have a girl. And society just puts so much pressure on you over their perception of how your family needs to look. So I had a boy and a girl at first. Those were my first 2 children. And so when I was pregnant with my third, people thought, like, honestly, I was crazy. Like, why would you have more? You know, I always wanted 3 kids. I don't know. Comment below. Have you, like, when you were a young child, did you have, like, a specific amount of children that you wanted? Because I wanted 3 kids. I have 2 sisters, and I loved growing up with them. It was just so great. Like, we shared clothes. I mean, we obviously fought. Like, who doesn't fight with their siblings? But I felt like we had, like, a really good childhood, and I love that, and I wanted that. I actually wanted 3 girls, and I'm very thankful, though, that God blessed me with boys as well, because it gives me such a different perspective on motherhood and parenting. Boys are definitely wild, but I love it. I think it's so fun. So did you have a specific amount of children that you wanted and a specific gender that you wanted? So I wanted 3 kids, and so whenever I had my third, it was another boy. And I'm gonna tell you this other story, you guys. I went into the bookstore when I was pregnant with my fourth, and an employee literally looked at me and she's like, what were you thinking? Well, my kids were right there, and I was hugely pregnant. I was thinking I love my children, and I would love to I'm so excited about my fourth. But it's funny how people project stuff onto you, right? But you can't let that phase you, because only you are in charge of your family and your decision in that. Because if I would have listened to everyone else, I would have, 2 grown kids that are adults. Like, it's so crazy, right? So it's just important for you to decide what you actually want for you and your family. And I lost my train of thought, y'all. Mom brain. So anyways, so I'm gonna make some more long form content. So if you want to know about, like, how we can afford it, how, like, my tricks and tips as far as being frugal and stuff, I am gonna share that more.